Hi Leos, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your May monthly love reading. I am doing private readings again, so if you're interested in booking a private reading, just click on the link below and it brings you to my booking site, and it's very easy to get that set up. And then be sure to email me your questions and I will get your reading to you. I'm really excited to be doing these again, so to be able to be doing private readings again. All right, Leos, what is in store for your love life in May 2017? What are the messages and advice and guidance for Leos? Leo's love life in May. Oh, that one really wants to come out. Leo's love life in May 2017. Leo's love life. What are the messages, advice, and guidance? All right. Leos, coming from April, we have the Knight of Cups. This could be you or a love interest. Somebody came back, and keep in mind, Venus was retrograde and Mercury was getting ready to go retrograde. And so this indicates that somebody or you from your past or present, really, somebody was coming towards you, making love gestures, saying that they wanted to spend time with you, saying that they want to maybe get back together, or they miss you, or being passive aggressive about how they were trying to get your attention. So, or you may have done this, but I'm not really sensing that this is you, one, because this is a watery energy, and two, you're very direct. You're not passive aggressive. So I'm sensing that this was somebody else coming towards you. And this impacted you because your primary card for May, Leos, is the Seven of Wands. So your defenses were up. And I'm sensing that this really speaks to your defenses were up with respect to this person, because they may have hurt you, or the situation revolving around them and your relationship with them and your communication with them hurt. And it impacted you. And so when maybe there was a period of time where you didn't communicate, and so when they started communicating again, your defense radar went right up. And so even though historically maybe you would like to kind of kowtow to their desires, and you maybe in the past, even if this is your current partner, maybe in the past you would have done or said or been very excited that they were contacting you. Now, not so much, because now and again, we just went through the Libra full moon, so people have this sense of self-valuation, standing up for themselves. What do I really want? How do I really want to be treated? And so now that you've gone through this, like everyone has, you're not really ready to take on what they're giving you. They either need to be more direct, or you've moved on and are in a new relationship, or you just need them to communicate differently. So however they were approaching you, and generally this is a very good card, because usually when people are bringing initiation and inviting love to you, or wanting to start love with you, this is a very positive card because it's very romantic. But because it's coming towards you and your defenses are up, you're not really having it. So their communication style, the way they're bringing this to you, is unsettling to you and you're not going to deal with it. You're either done with them, you're done with the situation, or you're done with their passive aggressive behavior about the communication. And the reason why I'm sensing that this is something that has hurt you and is in the past, because the challenge card that you have for the month of May is the Five of Cups. So they may be continuing to communicate with you and your defenses are up, and which is good, because normally this card indicates, you need to let your defenses down and be open and receptive. But with respect to this relationship and this communication style, it's good your defenses are up, because you're holding on to your power and you're not letting somebody push you around with their approach, especially since this is somebody that hurt you in the past. You went through a lot of emotional turmoil with this person, and it still might be affecting you. And maybe you really do love them. Maybe this is a current partner, but you're still in this place of focusing on the negative, and so your defenses are up. And something's telling me that in this situation, in this time, that this is a good mental state to be in, because it's causing you to keep your defenses up. And in the meantime, you're just focusing on work. Work. Getting things done. Blasting out your goals. I don't know if you have a lot of contracts going or new projects at work or just spring cleaning even. But you have other things on your mind and you don't want to deal with this. Now, what's crowning your May, Leo, is the World card reversed. So what this is, it's not going away. They are going to keep trying, because this indicates that this phase is not over. Even if this is an ex that's coming back, they're going to keep trying. They're going to maybe give you space for a while and then they'll ping you again. They'll give you space for a while because you're not going to be communicating and giving them what they want. And rejection breeds obsession, really. So as you keep your defenses up, they may be starting to invest more time into trying to get the type of communication from you that they want. So this is stating that this phase, this cycle, this relationship, even if you don't go back into this full-blown relationship, this person in your life is not gone. They're not going anywhere. They're going to keep trying. And in the meantime, while you're working, maybe still working through something, you're going to be, through May, you're going to be in hermit mode, in retrospection, thinking, bringing in this earthly quality of, this is the card of Virgo, so you're going to be bringing in this earthly quality of solitude and thinking about how you wish to react to them. How much time do you need? Is it going to be over? Right now, I'm just going to focus on work because I don't want to deal with this. But I'm sensing that in your work, you are spending a lot of time in your head thinking about it. Even if you've moved on to a completely new relationship, you're thinking, not in a manner of deciding between two people, but in a matter of, why didn't they do this when I wanted them to? Why is it always on their terms? Why now? I'm starting to be happy and move on. They really, really put me through the ringer. I was really hurt. And yes, I can turn around and look at the positive, but it doesn't negate the fact that I've started to move on and now all of a sudden they just think it's okay to start communicating with me. So those types of thoughts are going through your mind. And the reason why I keep saying that you may have moved on or you're in a different place in your love life is because we have the Ace of Cups here, and this is how you view the situation. So you're involved in something new that's making you happy, or looking for something new that's making you happy, or just met somebody. And if you're in a current long-term bond, you're focusing on work, you're choosing, your defenses might still be up with your partner, and they are trying to resolve the situation, but you're just not ready yet. But you're wanting to get back there. And this is if you're in a long-term bond. You're definitely wanting to get back to that honeymoon phase and where love is happy and great and you're really connected. But right now, going into May or early May, you're not ready for that yet because at some level you were really hurt. They may have been hurt too, and those things take time to filter out. But you're just not having it. You're really standing up for yourself. And it's as if somebody kind of walked all over you and walked all over your emotions, and now they maybe realize what they had and they are wanting it back. How they're viewing the situation is the High Priestess. So they're being very intuitive. They're trying to be thought-provoking with how they're approaching. And you being quiet. Look at all these dark cards, Leo. You being quiet, coming from a place of having your feelings really hurt and keeping your defenses up, it's really making them wonder. And again, rejection breeds obsession. So they're just in this mode of trying to communicate with you and get your attention in different ways because they're aware that you're not putting up with it. They're aware that your responses and your silence means that they're not getting through to you in the way that they want. And so they're going to keep trying roundabout ways to really communicate to you that they care and they want you in their life. So they're also being very intuitive or trying to be intuitive about the situation and a tad bit secretive and sneaky about their tactics. And this is a very positive card, but they're viewing a possibility. They're coming from a standpoint of in their gut, they know that there's a way and they're going to figure it out and they're going to keep approaching until they get to that place. Now, in your hopes and fears position, Leo, we have the Star card, and this is a hope and a fear. So a couple things. You may be hoping that they go away. You may be hoping that they do reach you on some level because you had very deep feelings for them at one point. You may be hoping that or you may be fearful that they aren't going to go away. You may be completely, or at least be telling yourself that you're completely done with this person, but I'm sensing that they're going to be pretty tenacious about this communication because you're not giving them what they want. You're not responding in the way they want. And historically, it seems as if you've done this, and so that when you respond and give them what they need, they kind of take it for granted and then will just leave or say they don't want to deal with you anymore. And now you're not giving them what they want. You're not kowtowing to their desire, whim, or communication style. And your barriers are up and they don't know what to do. And you know this because, Leo, you're very in tune with human behaviors. And so you know that this is a defense mechanism on your part and you're doing it on purpose because you're in your mind and you're thinking, but you know just that dynamic of I'm not going to give you what you want, and I know intuitively that's going to keep you wanting more. And you're not doing it on purpose so they do want more. I'm sensing you're actually really done with this person and you're really wanting to focus on work and really wanting to focus on this new beginning. And so this fear is coming from that place in you where you know what this is doing to them and their psyche, and it's going to keep them wanting more. And the outcome is the Devil card. And the Devil card indicates bondage, or not bondages, but feeling bound to somebody, feeling very sexual towards somebody. It could be could have been a very sexual relationship. You may have been very attracted to them, and so it makes it difficult to let them go, even though you know you need to, and you know you want to, and you know that you have something better here for you now. Possibly a water sign too. They may have been a water sign or have watery energies. And it's like, it's almost as if, Leos, that you, like, you know it's not done, but you want it to be, but there's a connection, and they're bugging you, and you know that your response is keeping them at bay, but keeping them and increasing their interest level. So maybe why not just, who cares for now, and see what happens with this, and put your energy here, and you know they'll just keep pinging you. But at the end of the day, Leo, you know it's not done. So whether this is an ex coming back or a current partner, if it's a current partner, obviously it's not done. You're going to work through this. But if it's an ex, you really, it's like, maybe I'll just keep it kind of going, but not giving them what they want, because I want to increase their attraction for me. But I kind of want them to go away, but not really. And in their mind, they're thinking, like, I know this isn't done too. I know there's a way. And I also know that there's this connection there, that no matter how badly my Leo wants to act like it's not getting to him or her, I know it is. Because look, these two are actually facing each other. Everybody was hurt, or you were at least. Your defenses are up, but you're still facing each other. So while you're in this solitude, your back's not turned to them, and they're approaching. This is going to be an interesting month for you, Leos. All right, Spirit and Universe, what are the overall messages and guidance that you have for Leos? For the overall messages and overall guidance that you have for Leos with respect to this reading. Additional messages for Leos. Okay. Judgment. King of Pentacles reversed. Two of Wands reversed. This is a very good card reversed in this scenario, Leos, because this indicates that you're not waiting, and you're not waiting for them. You're not waiting for anybody to kind of make you or lead you in a way or guide you. And you're not really looking at the past. You're aware of it because they're very present, and you're thinking about it, but you're not thinking of it in the sense of, I'm keeping my life on hold because I really want this person to come back. You're not in that mindset at all. You're in your mind, you're saying, I'm done, I'm working, I'm moving on. There's still a hint and a glimmer of just their presence, and because there was such great attraction at one point. So you're aware of it, but you're not holding out for it at all. You're more than happy to be moving on. So I like this card reversed for you with respect to this reading. King of Pentacles means that there's a generous aspect when he's upright. Okay, very generous, very slow moving, very usually somebody that is very successful and generally married and has a great comfortable life. But reversed in this scenario for your love life, you're probably not, at least with respect to this person, not thinking along the marriage lines at all. I mean, there might be sexual chemistry there, but you're done giving to them, you're done being available to them, and it's like you're closing yourself off to them. But you also know that that's going to keep them coming back for more, or trying to at least. And then Judgment. So endings, renewals. This is the card of Final Judgment. So you're actually walking out of this place that this person had you in. You were very uncomfortable for a long time, Leos. And you're now walking into brighter pastures. And it very well could be because this person's there. Even though there's a hint and a glimmer of something from the past, you're not holding out any sort of hope. You're not waiting. You're very excited to be moving on. This is a really good reading, Leos. And you always do really stand up for yourself, but when you really care about somebody, even in with friendships, when you're friends with a Leo, I mean, it's as if you're in for life. I mean, you're in that circle of trust and you're friends for life. And so it's hard for you to really let people go, especially someone that you really cared about. It's very hard for you to do that. And you don't like to do that, and it's uncomfortable. And so maybe that's there's a hint of that here. But you're in a place now, Leo, where you're recognizing that it's definitely for the best, and it's definitely the best for your future. And if you're in a long-term bond, I'm going to say this too. If you're in a long-term bond, something happened with respect to distancing or disconnecting from your partner. Could even just be through these retrogrades. I mean, everybody had really weird energy through these retrogrades. And so there may just be this pause of disconnection. And now you're moving on with your happiness. They're there, and you're going to reconnect down the line, possibly through rekindling like the sexual energy in your relationship. So neither of you are going anywhere. It's just there was this moment where you just kind of checked out of the relationship. They may have also. And in the meantime, you've been working, and now it's slowly starting to rekindle in a good way because it's not over. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Leos. I hope you enjoyed that.